Welcome to another episode of 4G1G. We are
Quincy,
Sister,
Mac, Nate,
and I am Zip, and we're going to be talking about Season 1 of the Apothecary Diaries. Alright, let's get to it. So, if I remember correctly, I think we planned to watch this show when we were in the middle of watching Attack on Titan, right? I can't remember.
was it? I don't exactly remember. I remember we started thinking about watching it at some point over the summer.
I recall it was a little after that, so in the middle of the winter or in the early spring when we were making plans to watch it over the summer.
Oh, I think, yeah, okay.
I don't really remember when. I just know we started randomly watching it one night and got hooked. And that was pretty recently, like in the last, 2 months? Month?
We kind of tore through that show.
We ripped through it.
It was about a month and a half, I think.
Yeah, so I remember I just watched the first episode, like randomly. I was like, oh, that's here. Boop. And I just played it, and then you guys saw, and then we were like, hey, we should watch that tonight. And I was like, sure. And then we did, and we watched like 2 episodes in a row, and then just went on like that.
Yeah. And I remember it was like, oh, hey, is this Apothecary Diaries? Wow, this looks really pretty. Like, really pretty. We should watch it. we should watch it together tonight.
Yeah, the fact, and I think it was when we learned that it took place in a fictional China. We were just like, oh, okay, that explains it. Why it looks so nice. Yeah.
Yeah, because we all knew it was fictional. I definitely didn't realize that until after we finished the first season. What are you talking about?
I mainly heard people refer to it as the ancient kingdom of not China. It's actually, I think, animated by a Chinese studio, too, so that's interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Huh. Yeah.
I was surprised to hear that it didn't actually take place in Imperial-era China, but rather a fictional country inspired by it, much like the Earth Kingdom in Avatar: The Last Airbender or Xing from Full Metal Alchemist, minus the magic, of course.
Well, from this poison stuff, I guess you'd kind of be surprised whether or not it's magic.
I remember I first learned about it a few months ago from getting, writing video recommendations that talk about it, but I never watched those because I didn't know anything about it. So a few months later, we end up watching the show, and I can totally understand what you can learn from this.
Yeah, I remember that's actually how I first learned about it too. I got it from a writing video that was talking about Maomao and how to write good female characters. It was talking about a few other characters, like I think it was talking about Vi from Arcane, actually multiple characters from Arcane, Gwen Stacy, that kind of thing. But I remember I saw that video and I think I recommended it to you, sister, because I heard that it handles its female lead very well.
Yeah, I watched it, and I was charmed. But then I forgot about the video.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I forgot about
Wait,
it too. So
which video was it?
I forgot what channel it was, but it was mainly talking about the whole thing about how she's like really good at her craft and how focusing on actually writing a person rather than just the female lead with the general role. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I guess the positive to get proof of that, you just see what she's like in the poison pantry. With Maomao's like in the poison pantry, and you're like, oh, okay, it comes together.
Yeah,
I like how she's cold and aloof, but she isn't like
heartless.
She isn't heartless, and she's not quiet and aloof in an annoying way. It's like, oh, this is just her personality. She's very, very introverted, but she's very professional as well. So she's able to get her points across. And is also super duper upfront, which a lot of people don't like. So she's not a beloved main character by the people and the other characters in the series, which I actually really enjoy watching. And I know you guys do as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like how she's not the typical female main character where she's not all bubbly and perky and positive and outgoing and dramatic and stuff.
Unless she's dealing with drugs, in which case she's all those.
Yeah, unless she's
poison. They're poison.
Yeah,
chemistry.
Unless she's dealing with that kind of stuff. So, and whenever she is, we're all like, oh, she's weird, but we're smiling.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk more about Maomao's character going forward, but I think we just called her, said that she's like going to Heisenberg mode at that point, which she's geeking out about the chemistry.
The thing we did not expect was that this would be a mystery anime.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's like, that's what this is. This is a mystery anime. And like, we have Death Note. But the genre is just so different. In the pastels are pastelin.
Yeah, it's like really misleading. I didn't know what we were going to expect from this show, but I didn't expect it to be like a mystery. I just thought it would just be about her navigating the court politics, but I mean, yeah, that's basically what it was, but I didn't expect like the mystery of the week, well, the day, because we watch it every day, and it was just like, oh crap, I don't know what the answer is. Mao, what do you think?
It was like,
Yeah.
I'm not smart like Maomao.
Yeah, I kind of felt like the same way. I think especially with the first couple of episodes, my first impression was, oh, so she's just sort of learning how all of this stuff works with the with the royal palace and how all that stuff works, and just how the court politics are so insane
Sticky.
and convoluted and messy. To the extent that they need to have her as the poison as a poison taster, because that is a definite possibility. It was I really liked it, and again, given how we really knew about all of this with this sort of mystery anime, specifically the mystery a week thing, because I think we're sort of used to, like, say
The overarching
the
mystery
overarching
plot.
thing, yeah, like Death Note or anything by Naoki Urasawa, that sort of thing. Now I stop and think about it. Now that I think about it, but with this, it's a lot more of like a vibe where you just hear the initial case, and like Sister said, you just sit back and you're like, well, I'm lost. Let's hear whatever conclusion that Maomao is going to be like magic.
Before the podcast, Zeb and I were talking about what kind of genre it was. And something that I said that it might have been, it's like a mystery with slice of life thrown in, or maybe just the other way around, I guess.
Drama.
Yeah, it's a drama for sure.
Romance?
Nah,
It doesn't take most of the plot, and Maomao doesn't consider it a romance. So
this is what's absolutely hilarious. I think Jinshi Jinshi knows he's in a drama, but I think he also thinks this romance is a subgenre. But
I'd say it's a subgenre, honestly.
yeah,
yeah,
we haven't gotten to the point where it's like more of that for both sides. So have we?
Maomao's
Yeah.
got a job to do.
Yeah.
So
It's like a mystery or drama mystery. I don't know. Whichever is the... I think that the mystery part of it might be the highest above drama, honestly. And then romance is somewhere, like
it's somewhere in there.
somewhere in there. It's much shorter than the other main genres, of course.
Yeah, and as far as the drama, when these mysteries get unraveled, whew, man, the drama, it's just...
yeah, it goes from the casual slice of life watch to, why am I getting stressed over freaking Apothecary Diaries?
Yeah, because there's things like... there's things like suspected murders, and then there's all this plotting, and then the baby's dying.
The baby's like a baby freaking dies
In, like, the
in the
second
second
episode.
episode, and everyone was all. I remember everyone
We
was
were in
very
shock.
quiet. We just like it's sort of the vibe is temporarily gone. We need to figure out what's up with that. Thankfully, like the next episode, everything was sort of resolved.
Well,
But-
kind of. It took a
a
while.
little.
but-
I mean, like in terms of the vibe, but it did take a little while. But I will say this: one thing that I really love about this type of show, where you have a character who is really, really good and passionate at a specific thing, and they have to solve problems with it. It's like when you're watching The Martian, and Mark Watney is able to solve a specific problem, and he's able to solve it instantly, and you sit back and you're just like, oh, of course, why wouldn't you do that? Even though you have no idea what's really going on.
Breaking Bad does. I think Breaking Bad does the same thing, except it's
Except
Unless
you have
someone-
a gun pointed to your head with Walter has a gun pointed to his head for most of the stuff with Breaking Bad.
yeah. And I guess it's technically a figurative gun pointed at Maomao's head, because something they keep bringing up is that if she doesn't do her job right, or if this goes wrong, she could be executed, because as she keeps saying that, since she's a lowly peasant doing her civic duty because she has to, because she was freaking kidnapped and then sold into slavery just because
And
she
thrown into-
forgot,
and
just
thrown in a
because she
sack.
forgot to put on her makeup that day with the freckles.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that's why they kidnapped her. She always puts on the freckles because it makes her look unappealing. Because if I remember correctly,
According to the
I think
standards.
in ancient China or ancient Asia, anyways, somewhere in that area, having like blemishes like freckles or a beauty mark was actually
Or
seen,
big feet.
or big feet, yeah, was seen as unattractive in. Was seen as unattractive back
back
then.
when,
Way back
yeah.
when, yeah. And there's also the added bonus that Maomao was also short. She was thin, and so she didn't really have much to worry about in that regard. So that's why she did the extra mile and put on that makeup.
Actually, given with that context, it makes sense as to why the women constantly see things of paintings and whatnot of Chinese women wearing white makeup on their face, like Mulan. So I guess that's the reason why. That's jacked up. That's really jacked up.
Yeah, I think it gets worse when they don't really go out to the sun too very often, which is actually good for you. I guess they don't learn that until later. It was because they're supposed to maintain this image of perfection. You know what I mean?
You know, actually, that's a good segue, because another thing that I really, really like about Apothecary Diaries is how it does a really good job of, I can't think of the word for it, but of how Maomao very casually kind of, I guess, is defy the word I'm looking for. Like, very casually sort of goes against these sort of standards that are sort of expected from her gender-wise, and not because of any sort of revolutionary reason, but it's because she has passions and a job that she has to do. So, of course, so like, for example, the fact that she was, kidnapped right in the forest while she was looking at plants and thrown in a sack because she didn't put on her makeup like that. Because she didn't put on her makeup is actually a really good introduction of that. So then she's, of course, thrown into a world where those sort of standards make up the entirety of all of it, really. Because now I stop and think about it, do the courtesans have any other job aside from, bringing about an heir? Or is it just
the
like
concubines, you mean?
the concubines? Yeah, is there like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like an alliance reason for
this? Do
this?
they have any authority?
Yeah, I think there is a bit of an alliance reason. That's what we see with Lady Lolan when she shows up, because her dad was like a lord or something like that. So I believe that they are like princesses and royalty and the like.
Also, does the emperor have a wife, or is it sort of thing where he has a wife, but he also has a bunch, like three or four or more, if necessary, girlfriends in order to provide an heir?
The emperor does not require a wife. The emperor, I don't want to finish that. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah. For one thing, it's for politicking.
Politics.
That's a huge part of, I think the not the courtesans, what are they called?
Concubines.
The concubines that are chosen, they're probably all a part of esteemed families.
Yeah.
Then there are the lesser concubines, but we don't care about them. They don't get names and they don't get faces.
Oh yeah, because they're all lesser concubines.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Like the main ones are, I forgot
The
what
favorites.
they're called. They're the favorites.
There's
Yeah.
there's
It's King
what's her
Solomon
name?
all over again.
Gyokyo,
Lihua.
Lolan. Wait, that's later.
Yeah, Lolan's later.
Who's the first?
Lady
Who's-
Gyokyo is
yeah,
the pink
see,
hair.
the
Lady
blue
What's her
Lihua
name?
is
Adwo.
Adwo? Yeah. Adwo.
Why don't, can you pass the phone? Let me look it up.
and child.
Oh, yeah. A child.
I was saying earlier that
Lishu, I think, is
Lishu,
the little one.
the only one whose name I really remember is Lady Gyokyo, and that's because of the fact that she's, wonderful, and also is kind of Mao Mao's mom for a lot of stuff.
She's cute, but she laughs too much.
Yeah, but also because the only way that I really remember them is by sorting them out as the pink one, the blue one, the purple one, and the child, and the quiet one.
I'm sensing that one of these isn't quite like the others.
What? Yeah, I mean the quiet one. She doesn't talk that much. I know she shows up later on.
She's like
Having
she's
blue
not even,
hair is pretty weird.
She's not even okay. Yeah,
The main
not even 15.
character. I was gonna say the main character has green hair,
You have seen
So
against
does
Maomao?
Spike.
Huh?
Yeah,
and Jinshi has purple hair.
I think Spike Spiegel
Touché.
is from space.
Yeah. Maomao did ingest poison most of her life.
Well,
Yeah.
she's immune.
That could have turned her hair green,
Actually,
as far as we know.
oh, actually, that's probably why she's green in the first
Her mom
place.
had greenish hair.
Oh, right.
You know
I forgot
that-
about that. Never mind. Are you sure the drugs, like, they could have done a little something?
I don't know. Probably.
Most likely it could have made the green more vibrant or something like that. Because I always felt like her mom's hair was a little more broccoli, like a broccoli top, while Mao's is more,
Asparagus.
yes.
Yeah,
There's a
actually.
difference.
There is a.
So, yeah, I always felt like Mao's more green. I could be wrong. I could be crazy.
I wonder if
I
that
think you actually
totally
have a point.
has to be a color theory thing, though. You think it might be? How did I never make that connection? You're totally right.
Are you humoring me right
no,
now?
you think you're
No, I'm
joking?
ser-
I'm pretty sure you're joking, right?
Are
But
you
I'm
joking,
just-
Mac?
No, I'm serious. Like her whole thing is poisons
Yeah,
and
but
apothecaries and
that
that
is
sort of thing. So
that is a
I'm
good
a
point.
genius.
it's like it's like in Breaking Bad how
Go roll with it.
yeah, it's like in Breaking Bad how the color used to associate the characters with the meth and all that is yellow. Gus Fring wears yellow. The hazmat suits are yellow, and Los Pollos Hermanos, one of their signature colors, is yellow and blue and red. So
Man,
that's
I'm
that sort of thing. Yeah.
I am good. Okay.
You accidentally
Ending-
stumbled upon
Ending
a,
on a high note. I'm leaving. Okay. bye.
Yeah, it buys the stuff.
you stumbled on a hidden secret color theory thing from the Apothecary Diaries. I do
Good on
think
you.
I do think you're right though. So good catch.
I mean, I was just. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, let's see. And we already talked about.
Oh.
Also, this show is freaking funny.
Oh man, yeah.
Forgot to mention that. There's like
How? How is it so funny?
it's able to go from these high-level political intrigues and the scheming. Scheming's really good with how Maomao's able to figure these things out. To one of my favorite jokes is, for instance, is when Maomao was in a good mood about poison, and then Jinshi happened to show up behind her, and then Maomao was still in a good mood, just flashed him with like the biggest smile that the biggest smile that he's ever
Biggest,
seen
most
on her.
Beautiful, flooding
And then
smile.
he's paused and looked at it for the full 3 seconds, and then just kept hitting his head against the wall.
That's too out of character. I need to get this image out of my head.
I think I think the exact words that she said were "Welcome home, master."
Oh, that doesn't help at all. that doesn't help.
Crap! It looks like his fantasy just came to life right in front of him, and he was not prepared.
And the way that she just says Master Jinshi, it's really cute.
Yeah,
It's adorable, actually.
Also, the fact that you go from Maomao like either learning about laying out all the evidence with the mystery, or doing some doing her like Breaking Bad chemistry thing, to her either walking by a thing of grass and noticing a specific type of grass that normal people wouldn't even be able to see, and then she immediately goes into cat mode and is like, oh, is that insert grass name here? I gotta use it for my studies, that sort of thing. That's really great. Well, how she gets literally sidetracked from the plot due to her passion slash obsession.
yeah. I mean, I guess we all do that. Like for Sister, it'll be a new book, and for Mac, for you, it'll be some kind of explosion.
Or yeah, or like if I'm walking, say if you're like in Costco or in some sort of movies playing with a big beautiful explosion like the Oppenheimer one, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Or I'm trying to think of if that's ever happened with anime. I don't think I've ever been so curious about an anime. I'm like, I'm gonna watch that right now.
Webcomic.
Yes.
Yes.
Because with anime, I was like, I don't know what they're gonna show, but with webcomics, I usually have a pretty good idea based on the genre and stuff like that. So.
That's only
yeah.
That's only because you read them for so long too.
And I'm usually able to tell how good it's going to be in the first couple chapters.
That's how it should be done.
That's how it should be done.
Yeah.
Like with
Heck of an
pilots.
indicator.
Although on one, I think the most recent thing where this happened to me was when I found out Godzilla. The first one was on HBO Max, and I was gonna watch. And the next movie I was gonna watch was Rear Window by Hitchcock. And as soon as I saw Godzilla, my first thought was, yeah, Alfred can wait for the time being.
Yeah. But sometimes I have noticed that real quick with webcomics. The first few episodes might be very slow, or they might not be as good as you hoped, but they have potential. Just keep moving forward, okay?
Yeah,
because it's gonna get better.
I think Andor was kind of like that. It started a bit slower.
Yeah.
Like, other than the double murder.
And we
but-
were a little bored, and then masterpiece,
Yeah.
Then episode
worship,
3 comes on.
bowing. It was just amazing.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's happened with a few webcomics that I've read. I'm trying to remember which ones, but I'll talk about that in another podcast.
So it seems to demonstrate that these series take themselves seriously, in the sense that they're starting off slow, giving you the sense that they're not desperately including action immediately in order to keep their viewers or readers, but rather taking it more slowly and giving the story its own time to pick up and start to become more investing.
On the contrary, if a show or a webtoon has action as the main genre, I expect action in the first episode.
Yes. Yes.
Fair.
So,
Granted.
it doesn't always have to start slow
Yeah.
to make it good.
There should
Yeah.
be like obviously stuff so you get to know the characters before the action happens, but there should be something to show what kind of story you're gonna get into.
Yeah. And I really like how, if we have found like a home run of an anime to watch together where it's like, oh, that was good next episode. Yeah.
I think that actually did happen with Apothecary Diaries.
Apothecary Diaries and Frieren and Cowboy Bebop and all
Full
the,
Metal Alchemist.
all,
Attack
the,
on
all
Titan.
the best ones
Yeah.
that's happened.
Stay tuned for the Free Run podcast.
So, oh yeah, we're
We're
which
6
episode?
episodes in. We love it.
Oh man, it's such a delight. I can't believe it didn't win the Crunchyroll contest.
But, it won.
I can't believe
wins
it didn't win.
It wins all of the gold in our hearts.
Right.
Okay.
All right,
I got my.
Jinx.
we got a little away from the topic.
Hey, what do you know? It's kind of like the thing with Maomao.
Yeah,
I was just going to say what
It's
you
limited.
what you said wins the gold. Actually, I think it wins the hoard of treasure in our hearts.
The hoard of
Yes.
the hoard of treasure,
If
which
you
is
know,
magic
you know.
grimoire.
Yeah, how did she say it again?
Huh?
The
At last, this hoard of treasure is mine.
It's like at last, this hoard of treasure is mine.
You know,
Something like that.
Frieren and Maomao are kind of cut from the same cloth. Now I think about it, where they're really focused on their
Their gift.
on their passions and like their gifting to the extent that they can be kind of weird about it. Like for Maomao, it's poison, and for Frieren, it's obscure magic.
So it's kind of the same thing.
It's kind of the same thing, yeah.
What's their point of view? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot to bring that up. So they were falling in love with the idea of being great at something. And I think that's why we love them so much, because they're not falling in love with a person, They're actually falling in love with something that is lasting,
Yeah.
Like falling in love with, well, not themselves, like something that's intrinsically a part of them, So in Frieren's case, it's, magic. In
Obscure
Maomao's
magic.
case, it's not just, poison and stuff. It's being an apothecary.
Yeah.
And I just think that
medicine.
is so cool. I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing, I'm going to say more of the stuff for Frieren with that podcast. The interesting thing with Frieren, it's obviously it's a passion of hers, but it's something where since she's an immortal elf, she can take her time and she can really hone in learning literally every single little bit about magic. Whereas for Maomao, obviously she's 17, so she's not like immortal or anything, but the stuff that she learned as being an apothecary in the freaking verdigris house is helping her in the imperial palace. And I just really love how, first of all, she is all business. Like she goes, like she is given these assignments by Jinshi. She just wants the assignments, no matter how much she tries to charm her.
Doesn't give Jinji the time of day unless it's some sort of work for her to do.
And the hilarious thing is that's the reason why Jinshi just completely falls for her. Because he's out of all the girls, she's the only one who won't give him the time of day. She would walk right past him, not give a second look, and only to think like, would you look at that? Shame he's a eunuch. Oh well, back to work. In fact, she has more positive thoughts about his assistant, Gaoshun, because he keeps saying stuff like, oh man, he must be a great husband.
Yes,
Stuff like that.
she's basically saying, oh, total husband material. It's too bad he's a eunuch.
Oh, that was a good
So-
voice.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, you sounded just like her.
Oh, I got to work on it, but thanks.
Yeah, so I just find that to be really funny. And let's see.
Is he a eunuch? Gaoshun?
Apparently.
Is he?
He's got
I don't know.
grandkids.
He has
Yeah,
grandkids.
I don't know how.
Allegedly.
Or a grandkid.
I mean, Gaoshun's a pretty honest dude.
Allegedly.
No, I mean allegedly a eunuch.
Oh,
we don't
okay.
know. We don't know for sure. We know he has grandkids. We think
Yeah.
he's telling the
because-
truth for that for sure.
I mean, the only kid of his that we've met is Jinshi, and not officially, but he might as well be his dad.
No, we saw what's his name?
No, he-
Basen.
Boston.
No, we were
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
we
I
were
know.
just
I mean, like, I'm saying
'cause-
that Gaoshun is basically Jinshi's dad. Like, given the fact that we saw that little chibi flashback of him with his losing his toy or something when he was just totally sullen and miserable when Maomao wasn't around.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And watching little Jinji have a tantrum like that was actually terrifying because you're imagining what the heck Gaoshun had to go through.
Poor guy. I think earlier that day we'd even talked about how Gaoshun was basically Jinshi's dad, and then we watched that episode. I was like, yeah, that's basically confirmed.
Yeah. And then we were all pretty pleased with that scene where it was not an info dump at all, but we learned so much
God, that
about
was well written.
Gaoshun and
Yeah.
Jinshi.
I think we're gonna talk about Jinshi next. We'll finish talking about Maomao, and then we'll get to that because that was masterfully written.
That was really
what
good.
the heck?
That was
Yeah.
It was just so smooth.
yeah, it was done in like such a casual way, and it was
Elegance.
yeah, exactly. The elegance.
Oh, we need to do a podcast about
Spy
that.
Times Family,
Yeah,
yeah.
But-
tune into
Spy
Spy Times
Family.
Family.
Do we? I always called it Spy Times Family.
Yeah, me too.
honestly,
Yeah.
it just sounds better.
I mean,
Instead of just saying Spy Family, you could be talking about Spy Kids. That could be like the sequel. I don't know.
or True Lies, or True Lies.
Not bad.
Literally, or True Lies. That's still Spy Family and stuff like that. Spy Times Family just feels like it's better.
And
Anyway,
it helps disambiguate.
And it's
Yes,
it's simple
thank you.
and it's math. Spy times family equals.
Anya can't do it.
Hey, give her time. Give her time. She'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, she's
Uh.
only she's only 5.
It's ADHD.
So
I think we're getting away from
when
the
the
point.
mind reader herself has ADHD.
She kind of does though.
Yeah, she does for sure.
She's like 5 or 4.
I think she's 4.
Ugh.
She's this many.
Well,
Okay.
4.5 maybe.
Okay, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, all business for Maomao.
Not us. We are not.
Yeah, we in fact are not. Well, that's
Yeah.
because we don't sip on poison until we gain immunity.
By the
That
way-
takes commitment.
By the way, I don't think that's possible. No one should ever do that. That's very dangerous. I don't think you could build up immunity by doing that with poison.
What about that one
There
Roman
was one
emperor,
guy.
though?
Yeah, I was saying there was one Roman emperor who built up an immunity to poison, and then when the chips fell down, Roman style,
What?
he attempted to kill himself by poison, but he couldn't poison himself, so that option was gone.
Let me Google that. I Googled that. I thought it said it didn't work.
He tried to kill himself with poison.
And
I don't remember.
Yeah, there's an assassination attempt when somebody tried to poison him, which didn't work because he had already developed a tolerance for it.
Okay, Plan B throws an axe at him.
Throws a butter knife.
Yeah.
Also, something that I initially wrote here was how Maomao could potentially solve the Heisenberg case, but now that you mention it, she probably would have been Heisenberg herself.
Yeah, she would have been trying. She would have been doing like the thing where she's trying to solve the Heisenberg case, but she's Heisenberg all along.
Yeah.
So
Or the moment that she like sees the lab or something like that, either if it's the RV or the from the Fring laundromat lab, she'd have been like, never mind. The case collide.
Okay, just Google it. So according to this, it says, in most cases, a person cannot become immune to poisons. The idea called mithridatism is extremely dangerous and ineffective for many poisons. While it may be possible to build a high tolerance for certain specific poisons, this is not true immunity and can cause serious long-term health damage. And it's named after Mithridates the sixth, who was the guy you're probably talking about, King of Pontus. So feared being poison that he regularly ingested small doses, aiming to develop immunity. So it worked, it can work, but down the line, it can cause real health problems, and you should, on the bottom here, it just says, the bottom line, do not try to poison yourself.
Counterpoint, Maomao's an anime character.
Yeah, exactly.
Second counterpoint, so it can be done.
Okay,
So
I
you're
think
telling me there's a chance.
So
theory
like,
can only take you so far, but in theory, it could work, but in reality, in practice, just don't do it. It's way too risky.
does it count with Windex?
Yes.
What about
it counts with Windex?
What about bleach?
It counts with bleach too.
What if we replace like medications with placebos?
No. And I want eyes
No
on whoever it is
placebos.
that came up with that.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about, since we were talking about Maomao really quickly, was the thing with what was the blue head lady named?
Lihua.
With Lady Lihua, which in my opinion is one of the best episodes.
What you mean, like when she slaps that one girl?
Yeah, because that was
She slaps the crap out of her.
That was like a total. That was a punk slap I've ever seen one.
yeah, that was brutal, and
She deserved it though.
She should have kicked her.
yeah. And then she didn't just slap her. She slapped her, grabbed her by the hair, dragged her over to the lady, and then dumped the powder all over her, and basically told her that in a few hours, then she'll start feeling the tingling, and that will mean that the poison is taking effect. And then drives home the fact that they've been trying to heal her by making sure that she still looks good by dousing her in poison, basically making her even worse. And it's just a brutal scene to watch, actually.
Yeah.
And I also remember that after it was all over, then it went into like the more simplified art, which was honestly much needed because good lord.
Yeah.
she destroyed her.
We were
Yeah.
kind of holding our breath. Actually,
Yeah.
oh man, it's like watching like Intervention or like a America's Super Nanny episode or something like that. Sorry, that's my experience
Yeah.
anyway.
Ah, crap.
Watching her
Right.
confront the parents and the kids, and it's just awful.
Watching
Yeah.
something stressful from reality TV that you end up feeling is what you're saying. Mm-hmm. You feel the stress secondhandedly.
But have you ever has anyone in America's Super Nanny ever had the chow mein slapped out of them? Or
I mean, the kids sometimes do it.
Chow Main's food, right?
yeah, I just looked up types of Chinese food
That's
to
funny.
make that joke work.
I'm gonna slap the chow mein out of you.
Okay, just keep that in
I'm
mind.
gonna knock the ribbons off.
I'm gonna what was it? Slap the ribbons out your hair.
Yeah.
You should keep that in mind when we watch next season. Maybe I'll come up again. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that'd be really funny. So I was just thinking about this for a little bit. Doctors, they sometimes kind of have to be detectives, don't they?
Yes, yeah. I just watched. I watched this Windigoon video that was basically like that. So yes.
Yeah, so I was thinking
With the
about how,
toxic
like,
lady?
how is it? Like, she wasn't
Poor
exactly
lady.
training to be a detective.
No.
You know, she was training to be a really, really good apothecary, which is kind of like a doctor who
Yeah.
prescribes these medicines to people. And I was like, you know, how exactly did she learn how to be such a great problem solver, which is
So deductive.
and so deductive? And it's obviously because you know, she had to learn. Many people, they don't communicate correctly, you know, so
When
they might not even know what's wrong with them. And if she doesn't know what's wrong with them, she could prescribe them the wrong thing, and
Yeah.
that could really, really hurt them.
And then there's also
Yeah.
the fact that they could either be not in a condition to say what's wrong with them, or they could be dead, and you need to figure out what happened.
Like, what the heck happened to them?
Yeah. So that deductive reasoning, I guess, comes with it.
And also, given how she spent most of her life having to learn how to problem solve in a place that is basically all problem. That's basically
A brothel.
yeah, all problems, most likely all the time because of all the clientele.
Granted, it's a very clean brothel, the cleanest I've seen in a while, but a brothel is still a brothel.
Look, if King Arthur could grow up to be a good man in a brothel, then Maomao can grow up to be a super detective and apothecary.
Granted, I think, granted,
And also a good person.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, never mind. I was gonna say, granted, I think the apothecary thing would makes sense as far as how she was able to, do with all the health stuff because she's seen it happen a lot. Man, that's very sad. And actually, no, different places because he was able to help protect those ladies. So different strokes for different folks, I guess.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
having to do stuff in the court palace, I feel like in terms of like the overall danger level is a little bit of it's a little bit safer, except it's a
lot
little bit more.
safer.
It's a little bit more covert. Sure, she's the poison taster, which you usually get the impression that they don't really value the life of the person who's doing the poison tasting. But given her immunity, she's basically like this is the safest job she's ever had.
They didn't know that, and they will not know that.
No, they will never. They'll never find out.
What happens if they find out?
Then most likely they'll probably train.
Treason!
No, not treason. They'll
That's what
probably
they-
train other people to have that immunity. A
Oh,
lot of
no.
people will die. But the emperor might try it out, so he'll be immune to poisons. It will be
that would be-
it will be a mess.
That sounds like
no one can find out.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a disaster.
I'm not sure if the emperor would try that out. I can't believe he's only 34.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was like
That's
way older.
wild.
Yeah, maybe his nasty old man of a dad would have tried that out, but
I thought that the Emperor was going to be old and wizened.
And gross.
Like the one from Mulan or Fire Lord of Zulon
Yeah, I
or,
thought-
and
yeah.
or Wartime Sozin even.
He doesn't even have gray hair. It's just well. At least he's not. At least he doesn't have gray hair. That actually makes this less.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
I mean,
expect
it's
him
still
to-
bad.
He's
but
actually around the same age as,
Lady Aduo.
well, no, his
Approximately.
girlfriends.
Oh,
So, except for one of
With
them.
the
most of them.
child?
But thankfully, he hasn't even touched her. Which I mean, that's good. You
Okay,
can just let her
props.
go. You can let him go, but you
There's some
know.
respect.
I mean, again, I've said before, you can't let her go because
not safe out
this
there.
society is just so like jacked up, and if you're a pretty woman or girl out there in this sort of society, then
you will get kidnapped.
yeah,
Well, I mean,
then
like-
they're gonna pick me up off the street and throw you in a sack.
But she-
So, like I
But
said
she's-
before.
She's a princess, so she could just go back to her kingdom.
Oh wait,
She
is she?
is?
Wait, is she?
Yeah,
princess?
all like the best concubines. Good lord, like
Oh,
the concubines.
best
the, like,
concubines.
Those concubines.
the
I think they're all princesses because they were
Alliances?
Political alliances.
Oh, this is a good
Yeah,
segue,
okay,
'cause I-
that's fair. But on the way back to her kingdom, you do know that snatchers can come along, and they'll throw her in a sack.
so this is the.
I can't even argue against that.
So
Maybe.
this is the safest option. Is what I'm trying. Is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, she's in this. She's in this big palace that's constantly guarded. It's constantly guarded. I mean, granted, she's her lady posse that's in charge of caring for her are a bunch of mean girls who are poisoning her impressionable little mind.
What the heck?
That
But still,
was
she's
horrible.
Why?
But also those nice people like Consort Aduo. But okay, so on that note, I have the list from Apothecary Diaries wiki of the list of the consorts, and I forgot that they all have these titles. Like Precious Consort, that's Lady Gyokyo. Pure Consort, which is formerly Consort Aduo and is now Consort Lolan. Lolan being the
think it's
quiet
Lolan.
one. Lolan being the quiet one.
Lolan
Yeah.
is a guy who that's a guy who lives in his parents' basement.
You told-
Hey, Lolan, the new
Lolan.
video game arrived. Yeah, just put it on the table. I'll get it.
We should keep that in mind just in case.
Lolan, which is what the very
Refined.
elegant Lolan, very refined, elegant lady. I really like how her character design looks different since she's from another part of not China.
She's
but,
from the north, right?
Yeah.
And then you got
And then
Lolan.
Virtuous Consort, who's the 12-year-old Lishu, is 12, right?
She's
14.
14.
Oh.
So, Mac,
Not much,
it's not bad. She's 14, okay?
How's that supposed to make me feel
Because
better?
she's a teenager, so it's fun. It's
Imperial politics. Frickin' China.
okay.
And-
Freaking not China, you mean?
frickin'
Okay, throw
not
me in
China.
jail. Put me in
Oh,
jail.
yeah. Just throw me in jail.
Lolan,
Let me
isn't
just.
she like 17?
Is she?
Really?
Wait,
Actually, that would make.
the lady with blue hair.
Hey, I'm just a messenger.
Yeah.
No, not Lolan. That's what's her name?
Leaf.
These
Oh,
ladies.
come on.
These ladies.
I
with the
th- I
Wait,
just had it
which
there.
one? Which one is the new consort?
That's
Lolan.
Lolan.
Yeah, she's 17.
Oh yeah, she is young.
Oh, right. Yeah. That,
What did I
yeah.
say something wrong?
No,
No, yeah,
I
you
didn't know.
speak-
I didn't know which one you were talking about.
I don't know either.
Because all these three of these ladies have names that begin with the letter L, and they sound kind of similar.
Whose idea was that?
Their parents.
Well, they suck.
Well, I mean, they kind of suck if they made if they made them the Empress concubines. But I guess
That's
I'm guessing.
true.
But then again, they probably didn't have a choice. So it's
Yeah. the Emperor's
Lolan's
people.
father most definitely had a
he's
choice.
that guy was a scumbag. So
The
you know.
rest could be scumbags, like
Yeah, that's a good
the
point.
ones who let their 9-year-old.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What
kind
you know
of-
what? Maybe I should save my judgment until backstory is revealed.
Yeah, I
I think
either,
so.
Either they are, either they like put her up to that at first, or they were like dirt poor, and that was the only way they'd be able to escape the escape the horrors of a poor as crap, not Chinese village.
A dirt poor princess.
Well, who knows? Maybe there's like the sort of thing where they were going through, it's like an Esther thing, for all we know, where they're going around saying like, "Hear ye, the emperor is in need of a new consort. All fair virgins will now get into this wagon and be and take part in a pageant to win the emperor's. Well, you only get to live in a nice place."
No, we're looking for.
And eat good food.
Yeah, we're looking for ages. All ages under 16.
Under 16.
Just don't ask any questions. We'll
Just
give
get
you food.
Yeah, just free food in the wagon. Free bread. Anyway, last one was wise consort Lihua. That's how you say
Yeah.
your name. Or as I say all of them, like I said, precious consort, the red one, pure consort number 2, the quiet one, pure consort number 1, the purple one slash. Actually, we'll probably get to that.
I'm confused.
With Aduo.
Yeah, the purple
Virtuous
ones.
consort,
Okay.
the child, and wise consort, the blue one.
Okay.
So it's like color coordination and the child and the kid.
Color coordination at its finest, and also a child.
And also a child.
Mm-hmm.
All right, should we talk about Jinshi?
That was a lot.
I was going to
No.
talk about something.
Oh yes, go ahead.
I'm trying to remember what it was.
Does that have to do with
So
concubines?
I think it may have had to do with the concubines, but
You want me to get you some bleach? Maybe I'll help you remember.
no,
When they're-
no, I'm stuck on Lolan. right now.
Nolan the dude.
Yeah, the dude. Okay,
Maybe
so
that's
we can move on.
The Big Lebowski's first name. Nolan Lebowski. Yeah.
That sounds pretty good.
I'll let you guys know if I remember.
Okay, just blurt it out if you remember anything.
Yeah.
So Jinshi, I think first of all, I think he's voiced by the guy who plays Satoru Gojo, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
That actually makes sense.
That's why he's so punchable.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something I thought was funny. I'll have to show you guys an animation that I found for Apothecary Diaries. I thought was funny. But something that I actually realized a couple of days ago is that he kind of has. Excuse me.
Heard that.
No, you didn't.
That's ain't in the edit.
Something that I noticed a couple days ago is that he kind of has the qualities that you would usually expect in the female lead of a romance thing. I mean, like, think about it. He's unconventionally attractive. He's got a mysterious past. But you don't know what he's. You don't know what he does. He's kind of got most popular girl in high school vibes, if you ask me. And he's interested in somebody who's quote unquote of lower rank than him. These high school things, it used to be the nerd. In his case, it's the peasant.
Or the outcast.
Yeah, or the outcast. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's also the fact that he, like I said, he's hopelessly in love with Maomao, which is just absolutely hilarious.
Great.
Well, yeah, starting off doing that in order. What was he doing? What was his goal in the first place? Actually, with him constantly flirting with Maomao.
He knows what's that.
His first idea was that he was just going to seduce her a little, so that way she'd be more readily to comply to his wishes. But then he ends up developing a crush on her, and Maomao doesn't get those feelings. So basically, she's like, I'll seduce her, and then he gets seduced.
So it's because she's the only one that his charm doesn't work on.
Yeah, she's in her opinion, arsenic trumps royal pretty boy any day.
The dude lost the poison.
Well, technically, she's known poison longer.
Okay,
yeah.
She and poison have a long established relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, if you want to get someone to like you, be mean. And don't pay attention to them.
Yeah, she'd just poison you if you did that to
Because
her.
if you look at it from his point of view, she's a little mean.
Yeah, and so he's saying that the fact that she's not paying attention to him and is also being a little mean is just enough to drive him crazy.
Yeah. And also act like you're a little disgusted by this person.
Yeah, and all of this is completely unintentional on Maomao's part too, which I really love. And another thing that running gag that I really like is whenever Jinshi does any of this sort of thing, there's usually like a 3-second pause on Maomao's part where she has like a blank stare on her face, and then she just what do you call it? She kind of shudders.
Cringes,
Yeah,
shudders.
like,
Yeah.
I think the added bonus of backstory in that regard is that, keep in mind, since she grew up in a brothel, she's seen guys falling over themselves in terms of this primal urges all the time. So when she sees whenever, and of course with Jinshi, since he's like acting all like puffed up pretty boy who thinks he can do whatever he wants, she's probably seen that before in these rich type guys, and so that's even more of a reason why it's a turn off for her. So that's why she's even less interested in him.
And also, I vividly remember when there was like one specific scene. I don't remember exactly the circumstances. I guess it was a backstory thing, and it was showing like a line of dudes like outside the Verdigris house. And my first thought was, there goes my hope in humanity.
Yeah, it was like it just gave me flashbacks to the line out the door at the Crumbl Cookies when it was like a new shop.
Oh, I remember that.
Right?
Yeah, there was like so many people.
Well,
I didn't even know it was. I think it wasn't until we got into the car and I asked Daddy, and
When
Daddy
was
said, "Man, these people are waiting outside for Crumbl Cookies."
For
and I was
cookies.
and I was like, "Wait, for cookies? Seriously?"
Wait,
I know.
When was this?
It was like months ago, like December, I think.
Long time, like a
It was-
while ago.
It was
Was I
cold
there?
too. It was cold too. Rain. I think it might have been. Maybe it was a different store. Were we both there, or
We weren't both there. I think there was different times. I've also seen it on the internet, and just the idea of people like no shade, but waiting outside in the cold for
Cookies.
$5 cookies It's dumb and weird.
Yeah, we had some Crumbl cookies yesterday. They were pretty good.
Were they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, they're
not-
good.
not
They
bad.
weren't. I'm gonna stand outside in 40-degree weather with a wind chill. Good to stand in line. Good.
Would you guys wait in negative 40-degree weather for my cookies?
It's
I mean,
worth it.
actually,
Yeah?
that's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and
I'm
Daddy's?
in,
Yeah,
I'm in intense internal conflict right now.
I would infiltrate the store's ventilation system and get to the front of the line that
Quincy,
way.
you're not gonna fit. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I could fit. I'm down to see what a TV dinner feels like in order to get those cookies.
I don't want to do that.
Although that doesn't work in real life, by the way. Those ventilation shafts would just break under the actual weight.
If you've
But anyway,
seen The Office.
if you've seen The Office,
Yeah. And the thing is, Crumbl cookie, it used to be Crumbl cookies, and then it was just Crumbl. Because they don't just make cookies anymore. They also make little pies and things like that.
Okay,
Well, that's fine.
That's a good.
Of course, you guys think it's fine.
Well, I mean, it's
You
good for
don't know
it's good for marketing.
No, it's not. Crumbl cookies.
Well, I mean,
what
if
up
you-
to the cookies?
I mean,
Sorry.
if they just sell cookies, then they're just basically limiting themselves to cookies. If they get rid of the cookie part, and they're able to expand to these other things, they're
What,
able to
Crumbl
help widen the
pies?
things. Well, if
Hey.
they call it Crumbl pies, you expect to get Crumbl pies.
Crumbl
If they call
cake?
it Crumbl cookies, yeah. If they cut out the
they
main
can say Crumbl
ingredient,
confectionaries, but
Hey.
confectionery is too long.
Hey guys, you remember when we were talking about the Apothecary Diaries?
Oh,
I think
crap.
we were on
Yeah,
Jinshi
Oh
last
yeah,
time.
I was trying to think of a poison. So I'm a poison related segue. That I could go in there.
Like poisoning cookies.
Oh, great!
I've done it. Been
Hold
there,
on.
done that.
Now we
All I
do
gotta
is-
say is they could keep Crumbl Cookies if they keep cookies as their primary product while
They
also
do,
expanding into
but-
these other forms of confectionery baked goods
Yeah.
while keeping cookies as the foremost one.
I have
How do we
seen.
get
Wow,
here?
how
real quick on Crumbl cookies.
All right, last point, and then
Oh,
we'll
we're
keep
back,
talking.
yeah.
Last point, and then we'll keep going.
Fine.
I tried, guys.
It was a good try. It was a good try.
It was a good
I've
try.
seen so many videos of people just slamming on Crumbl cookies and
Bitch black guys, Cookie Monster skit. Example.
like the Cookie Monster skin. I've seen many videos about that where they're just intentionally slamming and just dunking and dumping all over the cookies. And
Please don't say that.
for what?
Where
What's
is
that face, Quincy? And you know,
Why?
it's fun
Why
to
that
watch,
specific
but
choice
I
of
also
words?
feel so sorry for the workers who aren't paid enough that they're making these cookies and spending all their time doing that, and then you know their cookies are just being defouled on TikTok. But anyway, it reminds me kind of how all the good work Maomao does.
Oh,
With how-
not poison segue.
With how, you know, she is a respected apothecary. Well, not really respected. Respected by Jinshi. But then there are some girls who are actually jealous of her because Jinshi like pays her special attention.
Yeah.
And then there are others who don't respect her because she's a peasant with freckles.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
aren't actually real freckles, obviously. But
Yeah, we talked about makeup.
yeah. I know we talked about the makeup zip.
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying. I was just saying we did talk about the makeup, so I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. But I do like how Jinshi actually looks at her like a person and he finds her beautiful.
Yeah, he kind of grows to do that. You look at her less as a tool and more as a person. And I think it's especially the fact that she doesn't care for him helps.
Yeah. And I think it's also funny how, you know, at first he was like, oh, you know, I'm going to seduce her. And then he was like, then he'll be able to kind of manipulate her to do whatever he wants her to do. But then it became, I'll seduce her to feel better about myself. You know? And then
exactly.
it was like, I need to seduce her because I want to be with her. You know, it became that. And it was so
Notice
cute.
me.
Notice me.
Yeah.
I think that bit he tried with the honey on his fingers was the last time he
Flash
did
back.
something
Yeah,
like that.
That was
that was the worst.
That was too much. That was way
Yeah,
too much.
that was too much.
So like he was doing that. I don't. It's just why. And then Gaoshun in the back, I was like, Master Gaoshun, help! And then Gaoshun's like, oh, look at that. There's a butterfly out the window. I'll just look at that now.
Yeah.
Why would what?
And then
I don't know what
like
he-
we were all
What?
recoiling. Remember?
It was like, what are you doing, man?
I was
no,
sinking
no,
into the
stop.
I was sinking into the couch cushions. Like that was horrible.
And thankfully, that actually helped her solve the mystery. And then Lady Gyoko came in, and then he just had to stop because, and then he had to, and he, I think he even had to hold up the rope thing. He was making like,
It didn't help his
He got
image.
the heck. Yeah.
no, it did not.
I think I was like, oh, that was close.
So-
but that was really weird.
Yeah, so you remember the big old twist that we were all freaking out about.
Yeah, I specifically remember us saying over and over again, he's a prince!
Yeah.
No, I was shocked
Yeah.
about the fact that his mom, who we thought was his sister, was actually the one who was the first consort that was with the emperor, right?
Yeah.
And then the children were swapped, and it was the other kid. Remember?
Yeah.
It was that whole thing.
This always confused
It was very
me.
confusing, but we do know that Jinshi is like 19 actually, and
He's playing. He tells people he's 24.
he tells people he's 24.
but he's actually 19.
He's actually 19, and how he is the crown prince. But does he know that?
It's debate. It's
I don't even know if he knows that.
It's debatable. I'm pretty sure it says something about in season 2. At least I think it does. It has to, but I have no idea whether or not he knows. Then Mama was guessing all this stuff. It's like, yeah. Then again, this is all just guesswork. I don't even know if it's true. I mean, afterwards, if it's just conjecture, shouldn't even voice it aloud. So what's the point?
And
they do look a lot alike, though.
it's funny how at times she's right on the money, and then she's like, "But it's all just conjecture." So it's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
The dramatic irony is like very intense with this show
Yeah.
at times.
You get the impression that she's like, yeah, I mean, this isn't rocket science, and this is all conjecture anyway. And you're just like, heck, you mean this is conjecture? That sounds very likely.
Rocket science hasn't even been invented yet, and you're figuring it out.
She's like, imagine like the type who would bring up some sort of chemical compound, and the Chris Rock, everybody hates Chris voice would say, that last thing hadn't even been invented yet.
I mean, if you count Imperial China or Imperial not China's invention of fireworks, then would it qualify as rocket science?
That's a good point, actually. Exploding rocket science, then.
Yeah, and also the funny thing with Jinshi and Maomao is the fact that you remember when Jinshi laid her off actually because they're doing a bunch of layoffs, and I think she thought that Jinshi thought that Maomao was unhappy working at the Via Palace because of the fact that she was always, like you said, she was always mean to him.
Yeah,
and
thinking about his perspective, it's like, yeah, kind of. It's just her personality.
And he wanted to let her go because he didn't want her to be unhappy, which is very interesting. But the truth is that
very
she
nice
was
too.
actually having a blast because she was actually being able to solve mysteries left, right, and center. She was able to have as many resources as she wanted.
Poison pantry.
Poison pantry, yeah. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but with her knowledge and her intelligence and all this, I mean, give it a few years, she could be the most powerful person in the country, and she doesn't even have to be an empress.
Yeah, she's like the most,
Yeah.
she's like an invaluable source of info.
Although Empress Maomao does have a ring to it.
Yeah, so then again, depending on how things turn out with her and Jinshi, Empress wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. And I do like how in moments like the ship moments that occur, how we're all just kind of watching with little smiles on our faces, and we're kind of quiet, honestly.
Yeah, although it's mostly Jinshi trying to...
No,
when he gets
like
into-
the
Has there ever
little
been-
moments when he's a little more serious, and they have these moments where they're looking into each other's eyes.
Oh, yeah, like
yeah.
I think in the last episode, as opposed to when he's
Yeah.
all like, apothecary mode.
Or remember when she got all dressed up for that one thing?
Yeah.
It was like it was then like the same episode when Li Shu was poisoned, but poisoned like is in
got-
small caps and quotations because really
allergy.
allergies. Yeah. So luckily it wasn't like anaphylactic reaction kind of allergy. Well, actually a little bit.
Those highs look pretty bad.
Yeah, so it was a bit of an anaphylactic reaction, but not enough to kill her. But it was still awful how, her maids let that happen and are exploiting her in that way.
She's just a little girl,
But anyway,
man.
it's literally, like, what the heck?
She's not competition. She should be, she should be in grade school. That's
Yeah.
all we know. So
It's like it's like a high school thing. Like the senior girls going after the freshmen.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, the innocent innocent bright-eyed freshman.
It's
Right.
just they can't get, and since the toilets haven't been invented yet, so swirlings aren't an option. So there's no poisoning her. It's the next best thing.
Yeah.
next best thing.
Next best thing.
That's not going to be able to work either because the toilets are communal. So anyway,
Yeah, great. We really need.
But
I
real
completely
quick,
forgot about that.
what I was gonna bring up was how when they were looking each other's eyes and he gave her that gift to put in her hair.
all right.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
the hairpin.
Yeah, and then he just walked away.
I still don't know what that hairpin meant. Apparently, it meant something important.
It means I love you.
Check out Therapin.
But in Jinshi's case, it means that. I think with Lady Li Hua, it probably means that as well.
Yeah.
You know, because like she saved her life.
Yeah, so it's like a
So-
thank you gift is basically like, this girl has my seal of approval. Don't bother her.
And Lihaku was giving them to everybody.
I was gonna say, and Lihaku just sort of like, I'm just having a good time. Here, have a thing. Here, have a thing.
Yeah, he and the thing is that we were like, oh, a second male lead, and then it's like, well, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, I kept thinking like, who's this guy? It's like, oh, you better be careful. Jinxi's like territorial. And it's like, oh, okay, whew, he didn't know what he was
It's
doing.
like we
Okay.
literally do not have to worry about this guy.
Yeah, it's like the solid JJ thing. Is like, I mean, on the bright side, we don't have to worry about him because he's kind of a complete dumbass. So. Yeah.
For
He's like-
for Maomao, he's basically a useful idiot.
I've never seen that before, where the male lead is introduced and he's interested in the female lead for a whole 3 seconds, and then like the 3 different shots, 3 seconds or 4 seconds.
That's because she
and
drank
then
poison, and she was like,
and then the next point, like he's not interested in her in that way at all. And I was kind of whiplashed. I was like, I thought we were gonna get some drama that way.
What's a good drama? Just
In that
A
way.
different type of drop, but just a different type.
And honestly, I was kind of hoping for it.
I mean, he got.
you were hoping for a love triangle after everything we talked about with the Hunger Games podcast.
Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding me?
I didn't see this coming.
You know,
Are you kidding
You
me?
have to
Are
be
you
kidding
out of
me.
your
No,
mind?
I'm not ridiculing you or anything. It's just I just find that interesting. I didn't even think about that.
I mean, honestly, okay, yes. And I've thought about it for a long time, and I am a little ashamed, but I'm mostly saddened by the fact that it didn't happen.
Hey, if it makes you feel
But-
any better, Jinshi thought that it was happening.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. But it's like I was interested in how Lihaku was looking at Maomao that way, and I was like, oh, okay, let's see what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, well,
but I was like, oh, so he's an idiot.
Yeah,
The romance webcomic,
Yeah, because like I could say all I want. Oh, I don't like love triangles. That's lazy writing. But then if I come across a possibility of that happening, I'm like, ugh.
yeah, love triangles done well are interesting.
Love triangles done well. Where it's like, oh, I don't want to figure where this goes. You know,
Yeah.
that's happened a lot. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
No, it was great.
Yeah, Lihaku's got himself into another spat of drama anyway. So
Yeah, he has found himself in an entanglement of sorts.
Yeah, we won't go into too much detail about that.
That's probably-
No,
yeah,
we
that's-
won't.
that's
But
for the
let's
best.
just say, you know, he's trying to figure out how to buy out a what's it called?
Courtesan.
A courtesan, basically, who's the love of his life.
Courtesan, consort, concubine. It's
that's all. Those are all different things, but all
all
different
basically
things that you shouldn't get them. That you should very much and under no circumstances don't get them confused with one another, which doesn't help because
Well, you won't get
show features a lot of
pounded.
them.
Like,
Well, maybe if you get the first one, maybe if you get one like confused with the first one.
I mean, technically, aren't the terms concubine and consort technically interchangeable?
Yeah.
Depending on the translation from what you were reading of the 4 primary ones.
Yeah, but I'm saying, God forbid, you get those words confused with courtesan, which is a fancy word for stuff I'd rather not get into.
just say,
But-
like with the consort, you could just say side chick times 5.
royal side chick.
Yeah, or would it be plus? Is it plus or times?
I think
Wait,
I think it might be times 5.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay, got it.
again, there are probably a lot of concubines.
Yeah, but I'm
that
talking
I
about the
think
main ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
the ones that matter, the ones that count,
favorites.
the ones
Yeah.
that count.
Yeah, right.
To answer your question from earlier, though, I actually don't think the emperor has a wife. That depends on which of the concubines he's going to choose to be such.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
they're
okay.
also
It's like,
candidates for empress.
okay,
Oh,
so it's like a
right.
Esther sort of thing
Oh yeah,
in that case.
interesting.
So if things end up like working out with Jinshi and Maomao, so would Maomao end up having like a title, like say, I mean, I don't think I doubt.
Poison Queen.
I was going to say
Poison
I was gonna-
Queen.
I was going to say like Poison Empress.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine like Jinshi taking on multiple consorts.
I
Like,
can't
his-
see him taking on even one.
Yeah,
Like I think that he would just have Maomao as his empress, and it'd be beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to when she falls for him. Honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say on that note, with Jinshi, they keep talking about how he's a eunuch. Is he a eunuch? I don't know.
No.
Okay, we're having this conversation. I don't know.
Remember, he takes drugs.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
oh,
it is
yeah,
saying that he
remember?
just-
Oh yeah, he does.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So are we going to talk about that scene in that case?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna check on the girl.
Okay. So we'll just talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah. So what was it that was with that scene again? It's been a few days. It's been a few days. I remember it was with when Gaoshun and Jinshi were drinking that stuff. Right?
Yeah. So basically, that stuff. How do we say it? This
it suppresses their.
manly urges.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mulan, manly.
Yeah, so
when
like-
you just gotta kill something.
right.
Be Tarzan.
Fix things. Cook outdoors.
So it basically suppresses those manly urges, but it doesn't suppress Jinshi's urge to sword fight, which we saw. Like in a,
nothing can suppress that in a man.
nothing. No.
Yeah, it's just especially sword fighting shirtless, which is just awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was sword fighting with Gaoshun, right?
Was he?
I think
He was?
I think it was Gaoshun.
I thought it was.
or
Basin.
someone else. It might have been him. They do look a lot. They
yeah,
do look a lot.
I
alike.
intentionally mispronounced his name and nobody caught it.
Oh
How
yeah,
do
you're
you
right.
say- how do you say-
Boston.
So
Boston,
no
yeah.
one notices her saying that, but everyone notices Lolan. Is that what's going on
you
here, man?
see, yours was projected a very vivid mental image
Of the Big Lebowski.
Can we all picture it?
Yes.
Yeah, Lolan
It's
Lebowski.
just thinking the side by side of Empress of
Empress Lolan.
concubine Lolan.
Concubine Lolan.
Yeah, very elegant and
Refined. Tiny mouth.
And then you see
The dude.
the Lolan, the dude, wearing like a bathrobe that he didn't bother to tie, scratching himself.
Mark, is this your
My
homework?
name is Lolan.
this your-
I'm unemployed and live with my parents.
I'm Victoria. Hi.
But yeah,
It's because Lowland sounds a lot like, low life.
Mister, you've cracked it. You cracked
Wow.
the code.
Yeah. You made it look
High
and
five.
much like Maomao, you made it look easy. Yeah.
Preview time. Hey guys, in part 2, we'll go deeper into the characters, the mysteries, and what makes this series so addictive on so many levels. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube and follow on Spotify, Apple, and anywhere else you listen to podcasts so you don't miss it. We hope we made your day a little better, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.